It is Monday, September 19th, 2022. It's about 5:30 in the evening. It's about 95 degrees out. It's pretty hot. I'm sweating just kind of standing here. And we're moving the cows to the second cell, the second paddock of this pasture. And as you can probably tell just by looking at it, it's not that great. This side is a lot worse than the other side. You can see there's plenty of ground where nothing's growing at all. We have quite a few weeds. We have a little bit of grass. It's just not a good area. I'm giving them a 200 feet wide section for this row. Hopefully there'll be enough forage for them. If there isn't, then I'll go buy some feed. So let me take a look at the last pasture, see what that looks like. And yeah, I don't see a big difference between this pasture, the side of the fence that I'm on, and the side of the fence they were on. That's number 19. Who is that? 20? 20's not looking good. Hey 20, you're covered in muck. Maybe she was laying, oh yeah, she's probably laying down in mud. Let's check the water. Looks like there's a leak. Yeah, there's a leak of some sort. I'll have to fix this. This is not what you want to see. By the way, I hear tons and tons of flies. So yeah, the water is coming up too high. And that's causing them to spill the water when they drink. And that creates a mud hole. And grass can't grow in soil that's broken like this. This is basically dead ground. It could be a year before this gets repopulated with grass. So what I have to do is I have to lower the level of the water by tightening that string. And I have to move this bucket somewhere else. But yeah, I hear a ton of flies. I don't see them, but I hear tons of flies. It does look like they're skipping some of the grass. Like what I mean is, if you look at this grass here, you can see the top is chomped off. And then you go and you see other pieces of grass that they completely missed. So, logically speaking, either they're not eating or there's just too much food in this area for them to get it all. Maybe the grass is too short really to cut with their teeth. As you might already know, the cows and ruminants, they have in the front of their mouth, they have bottom teeth. They don't have top teeth. And the way cows eat is they like to wrap their tongue around their forage and then use the bottom teeth to cut it. And then they bring it in, chew it, and swallow. So there's some areas that they missed. I don't want 100% coverage. That would be bad. 80% is about the goal. If it's less than 80% coverage, then they're not disturbing the soil enough. And we're not getting the benefit of the cows eating the grass and trampling it into the soil. If it's more than 80%, then they need more food. There's too little land, too little forage for my cows. And so we like to see 80% eaten and 20% left behind. And right now, I would probably say, yeah, it's about 80%. So this is about the right amount. I see some areas they missed, but most of the areas they hit. And I do see some areas with tall grass that they missed. Let me show you this here. So I don't know if my shadow's getting in the way. That grass was missed, but right next to it, you can see some of it's torn off. So they came here, took a couple of nibbles, and then moved. And they didn't come back to it, which is a good sign. Okay, oh, look at this. These anttails are everywhere in my pasture. I think these are fire ants. I was pretty scared of fire ants before I came to Texas. I thought they were the worst. The ants that I don't like are the little tiny red ones. These ones are medium size or large maybe. Yeah, if they bite you, it's going to leave a mark. It's going to leave a little welt. It'll swell up and make like a little pocket there. But you know, after 4 or 5 days, it's gone. The little tiny red ants, they bite you. You don't even know you're bitten for several days. The fire ants, when you get bitten, you know that a fire ant bit you. It's almost as bad as a bee sting. But the little tiny ones bite you, you don't even know. And then you come home and you're covered with these little bites all over the place. So, all right, guys, that's what it looks like in this row. And that's what I wanted to check was, am I giving them enough grass? And I think I'll continue this 200 feet for the next parts of the pasture. If there's ground that's worse than this, I'll probably give them 250 feet. If there's ground that's better, I'll give them 150. But I think that's what I'm going to aim for. And so we should be back to this point, I want to say in 6 weeks, but I know that the northern part of my pasture is way better than the southern part. So we're probably talking closer to 9 weeks that we'll be back here. All right, guys, signing off. Have a great day. Bye-bye.